Would you eat at a restaurant if you knew it might harm your health or ruin your day? Probably not. But what if you didn't know? In this video, we'll expose 7 restaurants you should avoid at all costs, revealing the facts behind the bad reviews and scary stories. 1. Checkers and Rallies. Checkers and Rallies have gotten a lot of bad attention for how dirty their kitchens can be. There have been many reports from health inspectors who found live and dead roaches all over the kitchen. In one shocking case, inspectors found over 75 roaches in just one restaurant. These bugs were everywhere, on the prep tables where food is handled, inside the machines that warm the buns, even near the ice cream machines and soda fountains. Roach poop and egg cases were also discovered, which means these pests were not just passing through but living and breeding right where the food is prepared. That's terrifying because roaches carry bacteria and can spread diseases that make people very sick. It's not just the bugs that are a problem. Inspectors have also found food stored at unsafe temperatures. For example, dairy mix in a cream machine was found at 46 degrees Fahrenheit, while it should be kept at 41 degrees or lower to prevent bacteria from growing. When food isn't kept cold enough or hot enough, harmful bacteria can multiply quickly, leading to food poisoning. This can cause symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps, and fever. For some people, especially kids, the elderly, or those with weak immune systems, food poisoning can be very dangerous and even life-threatening. Another huge red flag is how some employees behave. There are viral videos showing workers wiping burger buns on the floor before putting them on sandwiches. This is not just gross, it's dangerous because floors are full of germs and dirt. When food touches the floor, it can pick up all kinds of harmful bacteria and viruses. Eating food that has been contaminated like this can cause serious stomach illnesses. Health inspectors have also found other problems like holes in walls and ceilings, peeling metal panels, and leaks in freezers where food is stored. These kinds of issues make it easier for pests to get inside and for bacteria to grow. When a restaurant doesn't fix these problems quickly, it shows they don't care enough about the safety of their customers. Eating food from a place like this isn't just about risking a stomach ache. It can lead to serious health problems like salmonella or E. coli infections, which can cause severe dehydration, hospitalization, and even death in extreme cases. When you think about it, the idea that your burger or fries might have been touched by bugs or wiped on the floor is really disgusting and scary. Second, McDonald's. McDonald's is one of the most famous fast food chains in America, and millions of people eat there every day. But if you really look at what's inside their food, it's pretty scary, especially for young people who might eat there often without thinking about the consequences. The food at McDonald's is packed with unhealthy fats, tons of sugar, and way too much salt, which can seriously hurt your body over time. Take the Big Mac, for example, McDonald's most popular burger. It has about 590 calories, which is already a big chunk of what most people should eat in a whole meal. But worse than the calories, it has 11 grams of saturated fat. That's the kind of fat that clogs your arteries and can lead to heart problems later in life. It also has 1,050 milligrams of sodium, which is almost half of the daily recommended limit for salt. Eating that much salt regularly can cause high blood pressure, making your heart work harder and increasing your risk of heart attacks and strokes. And it's not just the burgers. McDonald's fries, which seem harmless and delicious, are also loaded with fat and salt. A medium serving has 320 calories and 15 grams of fat. That's a lot of fat for something that's basically just potatoes. Plus, the fries have about 290 milligrams of sodium, which adds up quickly if you eat fries often. The oils used to fry the potatoes sometimes contain trans fats, which are even worse for your heart than saturated fats because they raise bad cholesterol and lower good cholesterol. Even though McDonald's says they've removed most trans fats, some locations still use oils with small amounts, so you're never completely safe. Chicken McNuggets might seem like a healthier choice because they're made from chicken, but they're actually highly processed. A 6-piece serving has 280 calories and 18 grams of fat, plus 540 milligrams of sodium. Besides the high fat and salt, McNuggets contain a long list of additives and preservatives like modified cornstarch and dextrose, which are chemicals your body doesn't really need. These additives can mess with your metabolism and even cause allergic reactions or other health problems if you eat them regularly. Third, Burger King. Burger King, one of the biggest fast food chains in America, has faced serious problems with hygiene and food safety that should worry every customer. Some Burger King restaurants have gotten the lowest possible food hygiene ratings during official health inspections. Inspectors found the kitchens dirty and greasy, with equipment that wasn't cleaned properly. For example, inspectors have reported greasy grills and fryers covered in old food residue, which can easily spread germs. When kitchen tools or surfaces aren't cleaned well, bacteria can grow and contaminate the food, putting customers at risk of getting sick. Cross-contamination is a big problem here, meaning raw meats or dirty surfaces touch ready-to-eat food, which can cause food poisoning. This is a serious health hazard that can lead to stomach cramps, vomiting, diarrhea, and even more dangerous illnesses. In some places, Burger King has been fined or warned multiple times for these problems. In fact, data from New York City health inspections reveal that some Burger King locations have repeatedly failed to meet basic cleanliness standards. These failures aren't just one-time mistakes, they show a pattern of neglect. Another alarming issue is Burger King's packaging. In 2022, Burger King was sued because tests found dangerous chemicals called PFAS in the wrappers of their famous Whopper sandwiches. PFAS are sometimes called forever chemicals because they don't break down easily in the environment or the human body. Scientists worry that PFAS can harm the immune system and damage organs like the liver and kidneys. The lawsuit claimed Burger King misled customers by not telling them about these chemicals in their packaging. The amount of PFAS found in Burger King's wrappers was much higher than what some experts consider safe. Subway. Subway has long been known as a place where people think they can get a quick, healthy meal, fresh sandwiches made with bread that smells and tastes good. But behind that image, there are some serious problems that many people don't realize, especially when it comes to the bread they use. In 2020, Ireland's Supreme Court made a shocking decision. Subway's bread isn't really bread, at least not by their legal definition, because the bread has way too much sugar in it. According to Irish law, bread can only have sugar and fat up to 2% of the weight of the flour in the dough. But Subway's bread contains about 10% sugar. That's 5 times the allowed amount. This means that legally, Subway's bread is closer to cake or a sweet baked good than actual bread. To put it in perspective, a 6-inch Subway sandwich roll contains about 3 to 5 grams of sugar, depending on the type, with some breads like the 9-grain honey oat having even more sugar, up to 10 grams. That's more sugar than you'd find in some chocolate biscuits. For example, a milk chocolate digestive biscuit has about 4.8 grams of sugar, so Subway's bread actually has more sugar than a sweet cookie. This is especially concerning because many people choose Subway thinking it's a healthier option compared to other fast food chains. This sugar overload in the bread can contribute to serious health problems. Eating too much sugar regularly is linked to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic illnesses. When you think you're eating a fresh sandwich but the bread is more like cake, it's easy to underestimate how much sugar you're actually consuming. On top of that, in 2014, it was revealed that Subway's bread contained an additive called azotic carbonamide, a chemical also used in yoga mats and rubber products. After public outrage, Subway removed this chemical, but the incident showed how little some customers knew about what was really in their food. These examples show a pattern of Subway struggling with honesty and quality control, which should make anyone think twice before trusting their food. 5th, Sonic Drive-In. Sonic Drive-In has become a place where many people, especially teens and young adults, feel disappointed and even frustrated when they go to eat. They've been getting a lot of bad reviews about how dirty their kitchens are and how poorly they take care of their equipment. Customers often complain that the places look filthy, with greasy floors, dirty counters, and sometimes even bugs. In fact, there have been reports and official complaints about people getting foodborne illnesses after eating at Sonic, which means the food was contaminated with harmful bacteria or viruses. Many people also talk about how the food they get at Sonic is often cold or soggy. This happens a lot at Sonic, and it's a big reason why so many customers say they won't go back. The quality of the meat is another big concern. Some customers say the burgers taste weird or even smell bad, which is alarming because hamburgers should smell like cooked beef, not something unpleasant. There are rumors that Sonic mixes mushrooms into their beef to reduce costs, which might explain the strange taste. But even if that's true, it's not clearly stated on the menu, so customers don't know what they're eating. Others say the chicken tastes fake or rubbery, which makes them worry about what's really in their food. When meat is not fresh or is handled badly, it can cause stomach problems or food poisoning. Sonic also struggles with consistency, meaning you never really know what you'll get. One day your burger might be okay, but the next time it could be cold, greasy, or just plain bad. This inconsistency is frustrating because people pay money expecting a certain level of quality, and when they don't get it, it feels like a waste. For example, some customers mention that their orders take way too long, sometimes over 30 minutes, and then the food arrives cold or wrong. Others talk about rude staff who don't seem to care about fixing the problem. This poor service adds to the negative experience. Sixth, Taco John's. Taco John's is known as one of the worst food chains in the United States, with an average customer rating of only about 2.61 out of 5. This means most people who eat there are unhappy with their experience. The problems are many and serious, and they affect not just the taste of the food, but also your health and safety, as well as how you get treated when you visit. First, the quality of the food at Taco John's is often very poor. Many customers complain that their orders are wrong, even when the restaurant isn't busy. For example, people have reported getting beef tacos when they ordered chicken, missing cheese on their potatoes, or soggy tacos that don't taste fresh at all. Some say the food is greasy, bland, or just not what they expected. Even though some reviews say the food can be good, the bad experiences are so common that it's hard to trust what you will get. The service at Taco John's is another big problem. Many customers say the employees are rude, unhelpful, and sometimes even aggressive. There are stories of staff yelling at each other while customers wait, ignoring people who want to talk to a manager, or being disrespectful when customers ask questions. One customer with a tomato allergy was treated very badly when she asked if her food was safe for her, and the employee didn't even know what was in the food. This kind of attitude is dangerous because it could cause serious health problems if someone with allergies is served the wrong food. The problems don't stop at the food and service. Taco John's also has issues with its ordering system. Customers complain that the app doesn't work well, orders get lost or mixed up, and refunds are hard to get. This kind of poor management adds to the frustration and makes the whole experience worse. 7. Jack in the Box. This list won't be complete without mentioning Jack in the Box, a fast food chain that became sadly famous for one of the worst food poisoning outbreaks in American history. Back in 1992 and 1993, more than 700 people got seriously sick after eating hamburgers from Jack in the Box, restaurants in 4 states. Even worse, 4 children died because of this outbreak, and many others suffered permanent health problems like brain damage and kidney failure. It was a massive tragedy that shocked the whole country. The cause was a dangerous type of bacteria called E. coli, which was found in undercooked beef patties sold at 73 Jack in the Box locations. This bacteria is extremely harmful and can cause bloody diarrhea, kidney failure, and even death, especially in young children. The outbreak was so severe that it brought food safety into the spotlight for the first time for many Americans. Before this, most people didn't realize how dangerous undercooked meat could be. The bacteria came from contaminated meat supplied by several slaughterhouses, but the exact source was never fully identified. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that Jack in the Box had been warned by health officials and even their own employees that their burgers weren't being cooked to the safe temperature of 155 degrees Fahrenheit. They ignored these warnings because cooking the meat that long made it tougher and less tasty, putting profits over people's health. The outbreak led to 171 hospitalizations and caused a huge public outcry. This incident forced changes in how meat is inspected and cooked in restaurants across the U.S., making food safety a priority. Even years later, Jack in the Box struggles with its reputation. It often ranks low in customer satisfaction surveys, with many people complaining about the taste and quality of its food. Just recently, the chain has been criticized for inconsistent food preparation and hygiene issues in some locations. So what do you think? Have you ever had a bad experience at any of these restaurants? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more eye-opening food stories, check out our previous video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.